you could join us tonight for the X Games. The fog has rolled into the San Francisco Bay, and we're about to begin our coverage of the inline vert competition, beginning with the preliminaries, and that is one of the favorites. His name is Cesar Mora. Matt Salerno, his partner in crime, is also very much in contention. They'll have to overcome the Yasutoko brothers. The younger one, Takeshi, is 13. The older one, oh, he's really old. He's 15, and his name is Aito. So welcome along for our coverage of the X Games. That face is the face of Matt Salerno, the winningest inline skater of them all. Cesar Mora is not far behind him. These two, the wonders from down under, and they're up against those two Japanese brothers and a host of others in tonight's competition. This is how it works. Pretty simple. 20 competitors, 50 seconds per run. It's the average score that matters in the prelims. It will be the best score that counts in the final. That's a slight variation on previous years at the X Games, just so you can follow the competition. There's Skate Dad, the father of this guy, and his older brother, but it's Takeshi Yasutoko who we'll see first. He's 13 years of age, and he really should be in bed, but he's not. He's out here competing. The wee man from Japan, 5 foot high, third in the Asian X Games. Takeshi and Aito and their dad, between them, own and run a skate park in Osaka in Japan. Oh, he's down, but he's not out. Takeshi and his brother go to school all day long, and then they go to the skate park and skate for 4 hours every day after school. And that's why they're so hot. Nice invert. And he's mixing it up here with good grinds, good rotations, good inverts. Everything working well. Just the one little glitch, but he should do enough. Only 10 will go through to the final. Takeshi is hoping that he'll be amongst them. There's older brother Aito. He'll be up a little later. Let's have a look at how high he goes on the max air. He's only 5 foot high, and he goes 7 foot 7 inches high above the coping. He had a bit of trouble here grabbing his foot, grabbing the skate on the flat spin, but he went so high. And there's a flat spin 540. So the score coming through now for Takeshi Yasutoko of Japan, the 13-year-old. He leads the way, 71.00. Highest score we've seen so far in the prelims. Matt Salerno is a familiar feature in our X Games and youth sports coverage. The man they call the Thunder from Down Under was the street champion way back in '95 at the inaugural X Games, and a silver medalist a year ago in this vert competition, and he's got a style all his own. He can spin in the natural direction, in the unnatural direction. He's one of the few guys who can land a 900. That's a little eggplant McTwist as he pops his hand off the coping. His trousers are coming down. Got a bit of builder's bum there, Matt Salerno, but he's skating relatively conservatively by his standards, but he's looking for a place in the final, not to break any records here in the preliminaries. Plenty of rotations, finishes it off right on the buzzer. Perfect timing there for Matt Salerno. Did all the tricks he planned to do. It was all worked out in advance. And Salerno will, barring a miracle, or barring a big upset, be on his way to the final. How high does he go? 6'6". Not as high as we saw from the 13-year-old Takeshi Yasutoko. But this was the eggplant McTwist. Total control there from Matt Salerno, grabbing his feet all the way around on that rotation. Big fakey 900, spinning like a top there, leading with his hand. And that's where he finished it off and said, "I am the man, worship me." And there are plenty that do, and he leads with a score of 73.75. Best yet from Matt Salerno. Fellow Australian Cesar Mora is up next, the reigning X Games inline vert champion. Born in Madrid, but now a fully fledged Australian. Cesar Mora of Australia in the half-pipe here. Good height. Blew everybody away in San Diego 12 months ago with his victory in this competition. And look how much distance he travels on the rotation. Must have gone 3-4 panels of the ramp laterally there. In the off-season, he works on a load of new tricks, which he's now putting into practice in the competitions. Good grinds. Might put your teeth on edge, but the judges score it very highly, the technical tricks along the coping. Oh, yeah. Flat spin 720. Fakey 900 to back it up. Made it look so easy. Oh, and finishes with, what, 540 to disaster to 360. 3 elements in that final rotation from Cesar Mora of Australia. Looking for one of the 10 slots in the final. Let's have a look at him on the max air. 7.9, that's higher than anybody so far. Grabs that rotation on the 720. Fellow competitors thoroughly enjoying it. And why not? It's a good score for Cesar Mora. He's gone second with that 75.2. The reigning champion off to a solid start. First of the Americans, amazingly, this is Chris Edwards, 25-year-old from Minneapolis. He was the big air champion in '95. Best result in the vert competition was a bronze in '97, but that really belies the input that Chris Edwards has made to the sport, because most of the tricks that you'll see him pull here tonight, he invented. Very much an innovator and certainly not an imitator. Has been out of luck recently in competitions. Could this be his year in the X Games? Chris Edwards of the USA on the ramp. Oh, air grind there. Nothing under his feet at all, just oxygen and hydrogen and whatever else is in San Francisco. Probably some nasty things as well. Chris Edwards' run in the prelims comes to an end. First run of 2 in the preliminaries. He has a very unique style. He's the only one who does this grab. It's called a harness air. Look at the height he achieves here on the 540 McTwist. He's the first man ever to do it on inline skates. He's gone 5th. Yeah, well, quite harshly treated by the judges, but looks like he's on his way to the final. Now, the best of the French, the best of the Europeans is Tide Chris. We spoke to him earlier.
Ça fait longtemps que je viens aux États-Unis.
We set up to the States quite a few times now, but it was only last week when I won my first competition. It was my first win in the US. The level is very high here. The Australian guys always come here to compete. It's hard to beat them, as well as the Japanese as well. The American judges look at the event a little differently to how they do in Europe, especially in terms of style. It's probably only now that my particular style is being accepted by their judges and falling into their criteria. I think I've adapted myself to fit in with them a bit, and maybe they've adapted themselves to my particular style and my tricks. I've been trying some new tricks as well, some new rotations that I've invented, that I created, so hopefully that helped me. It certainly helped me with the win the other week. But it's still a tough competition, and I can't make any predictions as to who's going to win. So, from Paris, France, originally from Algeria, now lives in Monte Carlo, but has built himself a ramp in Greece, where he spends a lot of the summer training. Tide Chris, 23 years of age, bronze medal 12 months ago, silver medal in '97, the dominant European skater. Very much a leading light on the Euro skate scene, Tide Chris, and when you watch him go, you'll see why. Oh, beautiful 900 flat spin there. And he's got so many different and varied rotations in this move, along with the grinds. All the ingredients are there. Now he's up on the extension. Little mistake there, but it won't affect his score too much, and he finishes on his rear. But Tide Chris will surely be on his way to the final. It's the average score, so he's got to make another good run, but he should do that. Let's have a look at Tig on the max air. 8-3, it's big for Tig. That was an unnatural 720. And this was the 900 flat spin. He was the first guy ever to land that in competition. Tig Chris goes fourth, 70.75 his mark. Now the older Yasutoko brother from Osaka, age 15, is Aito Yasutoko.
What do you think is going to win? There's a couple of good Australians here. They're just trying to get in the top 10.
French or Australian? Something like that. Maybe Japan.
Yeah. There's a couple of Japanese kids who stand a chance, but I don't know, some kind of child labor or something or other.
USA all the way, baby.
We definitely don't want to go back to France or Spain or any of those other weird countries.
I don't know, je pense vraiment les Australiens ils sont
Oh, I don't know about global warming. There's a bit of global warfare going on about out there on the vert ramp as Aito Yasutoko drops in for his first run in the prelims. Finished just out of the medals a year ago in fourth position. And he's spinning both directions already, natural and unnatural. Still got to even call it unnatural because he makes it look so easy either direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise. He's a big guy as well. He's grown about 6 inches in the last year. Still only 15 though. And he can look forward to what, 10, 15 years of top-level competition. And making a good deal of cash as well. His parents met when they were disco roller skaters. They are really skate family Yasutoko. 720 in the flat spin to finish for Aito Yasutoko. Good deal of Japanese support here for the brothers. And they've been rewarded with good performances from both of them, particularly the older one, Aito, on fire. Big 720 there, all the way around. That's called a porn star grind. Don't ask me why. This was the 720 flat spin. Fabulous stuff from Yasutoko. He's gone third, 71.5 the score. So let's get a check on the standings at the end of the first run in prelims. Salerno leads Mora, Australia, Australia, Japan, Japan, France. Not an American in sight. Up next, the second run in prelims. Keep it here. Glad you're still with us at the X. San Francisco sunset now. Second run in the prelims in the men's inline vert. And just a reminder of the way they stand after the first run. Australia with Salerno and Mora holding first and second, and Aito Yasutoko just ahead of his younger brother. And there is the younger brother, Takeshi, the wee man from Japan. And it's definitely past his bedtime now, but away he goes. He's been a professional skater since he was 9 years old, this guy. He's been making money out of his sport for 4 years, and, well, how much has he got ahead of him? 25 years, maybe? Oh, he's really upped it now. Takeshi Yasutoko has come in amped to this second run. He's moved it up a level. Oh dear, down on his knees on the top of the ramp. He's dropping back in again. Up on the extension. Nice grind. Nice invert. And a frontside royale to finish. That was the name of the grind. Well, that wasn't the best run we've ever seen from Takashi Yasutoko. As Dad watches on, skate Dad. He's 5 feet tall. How high does he go? 6'10". And this was his big flat spin, 900. Good control there. Didn't grab it, but it's difficult to grab it when you're spinning that fast. Fifth place for 13-year-old Takeshi Yasutoko. Next up is Matt Salerno, and he and Cesar Mora are partners in crime down under.
And now an X Games story tale about 2 young men that were out of line.
Yet somehow or another they both ended up in line.
I'm very surprised if he's ready. He's never ready. We met one day. I heard of him and he heard of me.
Matt, you know, used to come home and all he talked about was his Cesar. I was like, who the hell is this Cesar guy?
And all he do is copy everything I did. It was so annoying. He's probably still in bed. Just copy everything I did until I sat him down one day and just said, look, do your own thing, be creative. What? He's ready.
What do you say we talk about it?
We hated each other for like 2 years. It was crazy. We wouldn't skate anywhere near each other.
Sasha never wears his seatbelt. Oh shit, we're about to die right now.
1 minute they're talking and then they're not talking for 2 days and they haven't seen each other and then they're hanging out again and fighting. Matt's the younger brother who gets sort of beaten up and dragged along a bit.
You're gonna slam on the brakes, aren't you?
I hate when he talks about himself, like non-stop. And I tell him.
I did that rail back in the day, man. Liar. Liar? You didn't know that's the limit, right? Fucking liar.
He wears the same socks every time we go skating.
No, I have 5 of the same socks.
Well,
That's bad.
He gets wicked mood swings. That's what
no.
Yeah.
One. I had one. Seriously, I had one.
Every dirty trick in the book.
Come on, boys. Let's see ya. Go, Richter.
I love skating when he's there, even if he beats me or if I beat him, it doesn't matter. Makes me skate better. And when he's not there, it just feels like a bit vacant. And the freak skates street as well as he does vert, so I always go and cheer him on when he does the street as well, and it makes me just as happy.
When he says things like, oh, I love to watch you skate, you know, I hate telling you that, but I love it, you know, you skate so good, and that just motivates me.
Come on, boys, let's split. And now this inline story tale is over.
You got it.
Good boys, Matt Salerno and Cesar Mora. And Salerno will see first in the second round of the preliminaries here at the X Games 99 men's aggressive inline vert competition to give it its full title. Oh, and Salerno fired up for this second run in the prelims. All he's got to do is hold it together really, and he's sure of a place in the final. 10 out of the 20 entrants will go through. Big 720 there. Solid invert. That was actually called a Pop-Tart, that one. We'll see that again in slow-mo afterwards. All messed up the grind, but it was right at the end of the run. Remember, it's the average score that counts here, the best score that counts in the final. That was something new for Matt Salerno at the end there. Good finish. Developed a new rotation that he's pulled out for the first time. Nice 540. That was his unnatural direction, though. Here's the Pop-Tart. Grabbing while pointing skywards. Landed low on that last trick. It was a new trick. And Salerno averages 69.5 to put him in fourth. There'll be better stuff from him to come. Cesar Mora next to go. Cesar Mora needs just 55.02 to advance. Matt has taken up position on the far side of the ramp to watch his older brother, as it were, go for it. And that's a Salerno trick that Mora pulls to start with, although I'll probably get pulled up on that. Mora probably started it. Oh, and he's getting so much height here. And he gets so much distance on these jumps. He literally drifts over maybe 5-6 panels width on the vert ramp here. Good, long, solid grind. The reigning champion. Oh! Oh, yes! Cesar Mora has really moved up into top gear for this second run. So I hope he hasn't peaked too early. The final's still to come, and he's still going. The buzz is gone, but he's having such a good time. He wants to carry on. Oh, backflip to finish. Cesar Mora with an epic second run in the prelims. Look at the distance as well. The height was great, but look how far he traveled, 6'9", and he rotated a total of 5,940 degrees. Three and a half panels he went there, traveled, that was distance-wise, not rotationally. 540 disaster, backside grind, and it all adds up to the lead for Cesar Mora, 73.5, the average.
I always qualify first, yeah. Finals is a different story. Is that it?
So Skate Dad watching on as his older boy makes his challenge. Aito Yasutoko getting ready for his second run in the preliminary stage. He needs a mere 47.2 to advance. He'll get way above that. Will he go in as top seed or number 2 or number 3 seed? .540 degrees there. Then 720 the opposite direction. 720 again. Nice grind. Good invert. It's a really fluid skater to watch. So much control. He had to drop in there. He ran out of ramp. Flat spin, followed by an unnatural 720 flat spin. I can't keep up with it. There's so much going into this run. Aito Yasutoko really piling the pressure on the Australians. Dad Yuki filming everything as he always does. He enjoyed it. It's worthy of a high five. 1.5. Big 540. And he goes the other direction with the 720. Extra points for that. Kind grind, that one. And that's where he ran out of ramp. 720 flat spin. That is a cool trick. So Aito is in second with the average scores after the second and final run in the prelims, but he's on his way to the final. That's what he came for. Look back at some of the other main contenders. Shane Yost of Australia, here through the encouragement of Cesar Mora, who found him a sponsor, has made his way to the final at the first attempt, and he's got all the tricks. He could be a threat in the final. 65.5 his average, and he'll be in there when it matters. So will Sam Fogarty, another Australian. His average 66.13. The big surprise was the exit of Ty Chris. This was the shock of the tournament. He scored a mere 58.75 average, And the man who took a medal last year and was the big favourite went home early. He was pretty upset about it. He said, I rode bad, I was disappointed not to be in the contest anymore. It's painful. The judges didn't pay attention to the run as a whole, but they judged each category. So if you get it wrong in a specific category, you'll get penalised by the judges, even if the rest of your run is pretty good. So Tiger, a little annoyed, to say the least.
Bon, je sais pas, mais c'est sûr que ça reste à voir, quoi.
Shane Yost, Mike Budnick, Javier Buhanda, Matt Lindenmuth, Chris Edwards will all go to the final. But the medals will be fought out amongst these five. Fogarty, Yasutoko, ×2, Salerno and Mora. Who will it be walking away with X Games gold in '99? If you stay with us here on Europe's #1, you'll find out. Don't move. Welcome back. We're at the final stages of the aggressive inline competition. We're at the pier in San Francisco, and the favourites are Cesar Mora of Australia and his partner in crime, Matt Salerno. Mora, the defending champion. Salerno, champion in waiting, possibly. Let's find out. Now, the format has changed slightly. In the prelims, it was the average score that mattered. Now, it's the best score that will win it. And they're judged on a 100-point scale. 10 of them involved, 50 seconds per run. They have 2 runs. 18-year-old Matt Lindenmuth has done well to get into the final. Silver medalist in the Goodwill Games. Won one of the X-Trials competition earlier in the summer. That was at St. Petersburg in Florida. Doesn't consider himself the best guy out here by any means, but he's got plenty of strength and aggression, and he was rated the best all-round vert skater in 1998. Making a bit of a mess of the grind. Really mixing it up well here, Matt Lindenmuth. And the crowd have gone off. He's the American with the best chance. 540. Unnatural 540, backing it up. Oh, he's lost speed. But the buzz has gone now, and Matt Lindenmuth off to a solid enough start. Let's see how the judges rate it. Looked good from a spectator's point of view. Let's get a check on the max air. 7'4", pretty big. 540. Then the unnatural 540. And Lindenmuth's score is 75. He leads early stages in the final. One run of 2 out of the way for Lindenmuth. There's the Japanese contingent. Yuki Yasutoko, former roller skater. Inline is what it's all about these days. And his younger boy, Takeshi Yasutoko, now goes with run 1 in the final. The 13-year-old. Oh. When we asked him before the competition who was going to win, he's got so much confidence. He said, I will. I'm not sure that he will, but I think he will one day. Nice kind grind straight into an invert. Just lost that grind a bit. Up on the extension. Just 5 feet tall, remember. Another invert. Oh, and he finishes not how he would have wanted, but it's a solid run. And Big Brother, who's yet to go, applauds Takeshi Yasutoko. Landed pretty high up on the transition, which meant that he could get a lot of air on the other side. 7'3" high. Grabbing, kicking out on the flat spin there. And then upside down here for a 900 flat spin. This was the best of his grinds. That was a Royale. 69.25, hasn't quite broken the 70 mark. He's in 5th for the moment. Barely anywhere left to watch this. Close up. Matt Salerno looking for a medal. One better than he achieved in 98, where he was a silver medalist. Oh, huge amount of air for Matt Salerno. Good height. Now he'll start to rotate, surely. Needs to start putting in the rotations. Here he goes. He can spin in both directions, which is why he wins so many competitions. He is the winningest skater in the vert competitions and does pretty well in street as well, unlike Cesar Mora, who doesn't skate street. Oh, he's down and he's lost his momentum. Now, I wonder if that's going to be crucial. Well, it's the best score, remember, in the final, so he can put it behind him and go for another and better run later on. We were hoping that he might go for a 1080 McTwist, which he's pulled once in practice. Didn't really have the time to do it after he messed up. Beautiful 720 grabbed and up again. And a 900. Fakey. Yeah, well, the score a fair reflection, I think, of the mistake. 62.75 is in 6th. Must do better in the second run if he's to get amongst the medals. That may reduce the pressure slightly on Eito Yasutoko, who's smiling broadly. The 15-year-old, the older one of the two, gets set and drops in for his first run in this X Games vert final. Now, if he can keep consistent, he's completely capable of dominating this competition. It's faultless and focused so far from Eito Yasutoko. Doesn't speak any English at all, really, so he can't get distracted by the other skaters and their comments. And there's plenty of banter flying around within the circle of competitors here. Right in the corner of the ramp. Nice flat spin. Even to a 720 flat spin. This is what he did in the prelims. 3 back-to-back high degree of difficulty tricks. And Eito Yasutoko has really made his presence felt now. And this was better than either of his preliminary runs. That's a porn star grind. Alley-oop across the coping, then the 720 flat spin. The kid brother liked it. So do the judges. 79.00. Cesar Mora is up next.
I want to be the one that everybody's watching. You watch me in all aspects of life. I have to win. That's how I am. I just wanted to be the best skater that I could be.
Mora is the defending champion. He now goes in the first run of 2 in the final. The leader is Eito Yasutoko. The target score, and it's the best score that matters here, remember, is 79.00. Can anybody break 80? Cesar off to a high-flying, powerful start. Oh, big air, big height from Cesar Mora. And he's tweaking each of these moves with a grab or a kick or just something to add a further degree of difficulty and grab the judge's attention. Work the extension, then he works some grinds. Frontside Royale, in fact, that grind which he's had trouble with in practice. Oh, yes! 3 complete rotations. That is a 1080. Cesar Mora pulling it off as if it was just a 360, made it look so simple. Oh, 540 to disaster to 360. And that will surely put him on top, won't it? Salerno thinks so. No, there was so much in that. Salerno, in his run, went through 4,060 degrees. Mora must have gone through at least a couple of hundred more. Rocket air to start with, 8 feet 4 inches. Unnatural 720 there. This was the Royale. Now the 1081, 2, 3, complete rotations. 1080 to finish for Cesar Mora, but it's only good enough for third. 74-75, so still Eito Yasutoko leads with that score of 79. Let's see it on the scoreboard. Yasutoko, Lindenmuth, Mora, Shane Yost, Budnik. The best one will be the best run will be the one that wins it. Will it be this man? Keep watching, you'll soon know. Welcome back to the pier in San Francisco for the last time, second run of the men's final. Now, what I don't understand, you spend all this money on an airship and then you spell tyres wrong on the side. It's absurd. That's the pictures that the blimp is providing, and that's the way the scoreboard looks, with Yasutoko ahead of Lindenmuth. Mora, Yost and Budnik making up the numbers. No sign of Mora or Salerno, but that may all change as we go into the second run. Shane Yost from Tasmania. They call him the Tasmanian Devil, funnily enough. Now living in Melbourne, competing in his first X Games and looking to make his mark in his first appearance here. 21-year-old. Now, will we see him go for a 900 flat spin? That's his trademark trick. He's been training for it. He saw Tide Chris do it, and 4 days later he was doing it himself. That's how talented he is. Now let's watch him as he builds up towards the grand finale, which he's been saying he'll do. Oh! It was a big 900 inverted. If he can do that and make it look so easy, then, well, the 1080 shouldn't be that tough for him. Shane Yost of Australia, fired up by this crowd and the encouragement they're adding to his run. Here it is. Oh, no! 900 flat spin. Ah, just missed it. Now, could that mistake be the difference between a medal and none? Maybe. This was one of the most difficult tricks last season, the 540 flat spin. Now everybody's doing it, and he can do it both directions. This was a beautiful spin as well. 900 rotation inverted. That was an eggplant McTwist in the middle of the run. This was the one he just missed. The 900 flat spin. Only just messed it up. His fourth is out of the medals. Shane Yost, 73.75, the best he can muster. There's our leader. He'll be watching now his younger brother attempt to climb the ranks and get in amongst the medals and the money. Takeshi, the 13-year-old, 5 foot high, should be in bed. Double grab, flat spin there. There's the 900. Now he's up on the extension, using the entire width of this ramp, which is 56 foot wide. Oh, he's messed it up. Oh, and he's down in the flatter area, and he's going to lose time, and Big Brother shakes his head. Dad continues to smile. He knows that Takeshi's day will come. And look at the crowd encourage him, though. They're aware of just how good he is, bearing in mind that he's only just got into his teens. There'll be no medals tonight for Takeshi Yasutoko, but it might not be complete disappointment for the family because Big Brother's still to come. Well, we'll see some of the good bits all the same, despite the mistakes. He's 5 feet high, and he rose to 7'10" on the method air. He had such great momentum early in the run that he was able to pull these big flat spins. 900 flat spin inverted. Takeshi couldn't stay on his feet, and therefore he finishes this competition down the list in 7th for the moment. Now Ito Yasutoko watches as Matt Salerno has his final crack at a medal here in the X Games. Salerno away, the Thunder from down under. Second place is about as low as he ever finishes in a vert competition, but he's got work to do here, and it's a pumped up start for Salerno. 7:20. Now, will he go for the 1080 McTwist? He's been pulling it with regularity in practice. Now could be the time to go for it. He's working the ramp well. He's got such a relaxed, quiet style. It belies the effort and training that's gone into perfecting it. Oh, yes. Salerno saved his best till last, but is it good enough? It's all over for Matt Salerno, the customary gift of the helmet for the crowd. Salerno looks concerned, but this was a big step up in level for Matt Salerno here after his first run. The best came right at the end for the Australian. That was a 1080 to finish. Great control on the extension with the invert. The boy is good, but he's only good enough for a share of second at this stage, with Mora and first Yasutoko to come. Yasutoko leads after the first run with that 79, asking for some help here and getting it. Away he goes, the older brother, for the last time in the vert ramp. He's sitting comfortably already in first position. He's got to pull it all out now to be sure of the gold. And it's mistake-free. Now he starts to grind. Well, it's as close to perfection as we've seen in the X Games vert inline competition so far. Oh! No one's done that. No one's come close. That was original. He's plotted that one out. Everybody's thought about it. He's the only one to try it. Oh, yes. 720 flat spin to finish. The gold medal must surely be his. 15-year-old Ito Yasutoko from Japan. With just Seisa Mora to come, he must have increased his lead. Can he break the 80-point mark and be the first to do so? Well, family and friends think it was good. I think it was good. Seisa Mora must be thinking it was good, and he's got to try and beat it. Gold medal position with one skater to come. That was the porn star grind. This was this lovely touch. Sole grind, dropping down from the extension onto the coping. That was tough. And this big 720 flat spin, he hit perfectly. 81 is the score. Yasutoko breaks the 80 mark, the only man to do it. And there's one guy to come. Mora psyching himself up. Salerno there encouraging him. But it's a head-to-head between Mora and Yasutoko. 81.25 required for the gold. Yasutoko looking calm and composed. Mora's heart must be racing now. It's time to go to work for Cesar Mora for the last time. That was a big rocket air. Oh, and look at the distance he travels on the 540. Must have covered, what, 6-7 panels of the ramp? Oh, a mistake there, and he's lost a little bit of height. He'll put in some grinds until he regains all his momentum. Up on the extension, nice invert. Mora's amped up for this. Into the sole grind, then another invert, but it hasn't got quite the fluidity that we saw from Yasutoko. There's the 1080. He's nailed it, but he lost a bit of rhythm. Will it be enough to give him the gold? 540 to disaster. Oh, I don't know. It was good. It's surely good enough for the silver. He's still going. He's not finished yet, but the buzzer has sounded. 720 to a 900 to finish it off. More grinds. And Mora goes until the batteries are well and truly flat. Yasutoko stands up to applaud his opponent here. Lands beautifully from the method air, and on the max air chart on the left he gets 7'1". That's pretty big, not the biggest we've seen. Look at the amplitude here on the 540. A third of the way across the ramp, but he landed badly. 1, 2, 3 rotations for the 1080. And then right on the buzzer, a 900, 2.5 rotations. This boy can skate. Aito appreciated it. But the score is the one that matters. It's a silver. Last year's gold medalist has to be happy with the silver in 99. Aito Yasutoko, aged 15 from Japan, goes home with the gold. Mora takes the silver this year. Salerno is up there again, as he always is. It's a bronze for him in 99. I'm off now. There's some music, and we'll be back with wakeboarding and big air snowboarding tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
X Games Sports with Walt Disney Pictures presents Tarzan.